is the guide of all time. One that gets down to the meat and potatoes, the very minute details of how to play this multicolored dinosaur repping Timberlands. Out of the 89 playable characters in Smash Bros. Ultimate, there is not one singular character that gets under people's skin as much as a really good Yoshi player. So today, from my own experience, I'm gonna teach you the ropes of Yoshi, going into great detail on some of the best advantages he has in competitive Smash.
Maybe the best offense is the defense we made along the way.
Or whatever the fuck that quote said, but just remember, the key to beginning to practicing any character in Smash Bros. Is practicing good fundamentals first and foremost. Learning neutral, bait and punishing, and even tech chasing are all fundamental elements that separates the manly Yoshis from the Woshi Yoshis. I highly recommend you educate yourself on these strategies if you haven't already. This control scheme is most optimal for playing Yoshi. Having tap jump off and tilt stick on is the absolute most important step to playing Yoshi, as some of his best options and true combos come from tilt attacks and being able to throw eggs without shooting to the blast zone. We'll get to that part in a bit. Yoshi has two initial jabs that can also lead into a dash attack. Jab is also a very good option to punish a no-tech situation, as the first jab can be reset to keep a player in tumble. Dash attacks combo into both jabs and are great for setting up a spike off stage at certain percents. Tilt attacks are a great way to start off getting the most percent when your opponent is at 0. Tilts usually can convert into up air chains with a forward tilt, and combo into even higher, longer chains that can combo up to 60% or higher with up air. Yoshi's up tilt is inconsistent frontwards, whereas backwards is always consistent. Depending on the type of player you are, it might be difficult to do turnarounds, so this is just something else you could practice training. Down tilt is good for two-framing on ledge, and also, again, can send an opponent into a tech situation. Yoshi's grabs are kinda bad. Kinda! You'll want to primarily focus on neutral and pivot grab, as those are the two of his best. Dash grab, though? Okay, moving on to this point, there is an option that serves as the single most useful tool in Yoshi's kit and advantage. Clicking that like and subscribe button. I didn't write that.
Nair out of shield, my beloved.
Nair out of shield. Not letting go of shield and nair, but nair out of shield is Yoshi's best and most aggressive option in neutral. Some guy slaps your shield with a dash attack.
Nair out of shield.
Land on you with an aerial.
Nair out of shield.
What makes this move so sacred over anything else in Yoshi's kit has to do with its frame data. The move is active on frame 3. And has a sour spot on frame 11. That makes not only a great
get the fuck off me
option, but it also serves as a move that can put your opponent's ankles on layaway. Use it as a primary attack to space out with. But like anything else in this game, don't overdo it or you'll end up on the receiving end of. Yoshi also comes with a intangible back air. Unable to be touched. Because of this, it makes for one of Yoshi's most aggressive moves. There's 3 initial hits for back air, and they all send at different angles. Back air 1 sends slightly upwards, back air 2 sends into the ground, and back air 3 sends up and away. Learning how to space this move will make you elite, as being able to attack from a distance can prevent any punishes on landings. The second hit of back air can also set up into a nasty punish if your opponent forgets to tech. If this is something you'd want to practice, just remember that battlefield platforms are a perfect way to practice this technique. Fall through plats and fade into your opponent when they're around 60 to 80% and smash attack. A major problem Yoshis have is relying on back air to deal the most damage at high percent. Yoshis typically face their back towards their opponent when they do this, so avoid doing it because up air is a great juggling tool. It takes time to consistently hit, but you'll usually be able to land 2 to 3 hits, and if you're on Yoshi's story,
fucking murk them.
It also doubles as a great way to fast fall from platforms. Have you ever watched a Yoshi and wondered how they go so fast? This is a factor in that. It can also just straight up hit opponents all for just dropping down from a platform, which is just forward air, the slowest aerial Yoshi has, but has a disgusting hitbox that is so fat it reaches above his head. Holy shit. It serves as a very good kill move. It's especially good if you just space it out like a god gamer. It has a spike hitbox that could combo into an up air to kill, and can also two-frame an opponent on the ledge. Down smash. You'll want to try and two-frame with this move also, but it's good at punishing stage landings the best. Up smash.
Roll.
Has a sour spot from behind and can reach some platforms. It can be comboed into your second hit of back air and potentially kill if you do a turnaround with it. Down air. Also,
roll,
dealing up to 30% off of one interaction, and it has a final hit. This is a good attack option for running up and falling onto opponents, but don't over... Can we stop that? Can we learn how to not do that, please? Alright, fine. Yoshi struggles with a few major things. Projectiles, out of shield options, and RPGs. Yoshi can be put into a position where patience and precision goes a long way. Oftentimes, a Yoshi could struggle with holding into the opponent at all costs, despite not having a lead and constantly getting punished, making him predictable, when the answer to their success is to play back and let the opponent be predictable first, then act accordingly. Making this quote from several minutes ago valid. Typically, you'll have a harder time surviving against any character wielding a blade. Pair that up with Limit Charge and you have Cloud, who will literally have you pulling your fucking hair out at some point in your career. For Yoshi, landing back on stage can be a hassle, but using his double jump in certain occasions to get out of interactions is elite. You'll mostly want to focus on grabbing ledge for Yoshis, as it's hard to punish a recovery that involves you staying safe underneath the stage. Yoshi can get edge guarded since he doesn't clamp to ledge, so make sure you jump at just the right distance to avoid your head poking above stage. Yoshi also has an option to down B to ledge, but make sure you don't hold down the whole time or you'll just flat out miss. Yoshi has some great recovery options by mixing up your landings with B reverses, egg throws, and fast fall air dodges. They're all amazing ways to get back to the stage safe and sound. Projectiles require you to shield. Reacting to this stuff online is tough, but if you could just train yourself to be aware of the pattern your opponent throws projectiles, you'll be on your way to stardom. It's gonna take some time. I'm making this guide and I still lose to every variation of Link and Bracket. That's okay. What makes a great Yoshi player is being able to not hold into those aggressive options and essentially play to your advantages. Yoshi has a projectile of his own, that being egg throws. This, paired up with his aerials, can set up for some nutty setups. Eggs can be angled by pointing up, then left or right at a certain trajectory to be thrown shorter, longer, or higher. Using these as an approach is by far one of the safest ways Yoshi can approach from the air. Egg leg can set up for a major damage buildup when paired up with down air or back air hits. Sometimes it could even kill off stage, but be careful of how aware your opponent is of this move, as they might throw out an option if they mash out of it. Down B. In some instances, but not always the best option, it has the chance to break shields with the stars Yoshi shits out for absolutely no reason, as well as offers the option to grab ledge. Egg roll is usually good for when you accidentally miss input an egg throw and want to reset neutral. But here's something big nobody talks about. You see, in egg roll, Yoshi doesn't immediately roll off stage. Only tapping the direction you're facing is when you fly off. Egg roll can shield break the opponent if they neutral get up and shield immediately. This same scenario can be applied to people that shield on the edge of platforms as well. This is done after initially hitting the shield first, followed by repeatedly hitting the direction you're facing to deal damage on the shield. You're free to follow up with something. Well, look at you! If you made it to the end of this video, then congratulations, you just managed to learn some of the best play that Yoshi can unleash on a small group of casuals. Now get out there and get some experience on the field. Maybe watch this video a few more times. Oh, also, you should subscribe to the channel. Did I mention that earlier? Leave a comment on what you think I did good on, what you think I could have added to, and what do you think I missed. I want it all in the comments. And who knows what you mentioned might be in the next video to impact a whole new generation of Yoshi players.